The breaking news.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today, we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
45 Mounted deal solves Liverpool's biggest problem. Liverpool's centre-back conundrum could be solved with 145 knows. Are signing, Liverpool are facing a growing issue in the heart of their defence, and it's one they could resolve swiftly with a decisive £45 million investment. So far, this summer at Anfield has been all about evolution under Arne Slot. After a season of observing how the current squad aligns with his tactical philosophy, the club has moved aggressively to fine-tune the setup around their new manager. That has involved more than just upgrades. It's also been about addressing looming structural gaps. The departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold has already been handled with the addition of Jeremy Frimpong. Slot needed a modern right-back who can thrive in his system, and Frimpong fits the bill perfectly. One major issue resolved. On the left, Andy Robertson is now in the final year of his contract, and his long-term future is far from guaranteed. Liverpool have responded by bringing in Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth, a highly rated young talent and arguably one of the most exciting left-backs in the Premier League. Another box ticked. Further up the field, Mohamed Salah, now 33, is entering what's likely to be the final stretch of his Liverpool career. Florian Wirtz has been brought in as the future face of the attack, a creative force around whom a new offensive identity can be built. Yet despite these forward-thinking moves, a new problem is brewing at centre-back. Konate uncertainty adds pressure. With Jarell Quansah set for a permanent move to Bayer Leverkusen, Liverpool are already losing a promising homegrown option. While the club have smartly inserted a buyback clause into that deal, it doesn't address the short-term need for defensive depth. And more worryingly, Ibrahima Konate's situation is now hanging in the balance. The Frenchman is into the final year of his contract and negotiations over a renewal haven't progressed. Reports suggest he is unhappy with the current offer on the table, and with suitors like PSG and Real Madrid showing interest, there is growing belief that he could leave as a free agent in 2026. This has left Liverpool facing the very real prospect of losing both Quansah and Konate in the space of a year. Two players initially seen as long-term successors to Virgil van Dijk. To offset that, the Reds are reportedly pushing to sign Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace. Guehi, the ready-made solution. Like Konate, Guehi is also in the final year of his current deal and is not expected to extend. That puts Palace in a tough position. Sell now or risk losing him for nothing next summer. However, the situation is complicated by a 20% sell-on clause retained by Chelsea, meaning Palace won't receive the full fee from any transfer. As a result, they may calculate that keeping him for another season is worth more than a reduced sale now. Still, BBC Sport report that Palace would be willing to accept a fee of around £45 million for the England international. For Liverpool, paying that now would be a shrewd move. It not only secures a top-level defender for the present, but also provides a homegrown replacement for Quansah and a potential long-term leader of the backline in place of Konate. Guehi has already shown immense leadership, helping Crystal Palace to their first-ever FA Cup win and becoming a key part of Gareth Southgate's England setup. At £45 million, he represents outstanding value in today's market. Of course, Liverpool could choose to wait and potentially land him for free in 26. That might make sense if they feel confident he'll join then and they can't find a buyer for Konate this summer. But with a key position under threat and a top-class solution available, paying the fee now would solve the problem before it escalates. Liverpool's defensive rebuild continues. The Guehi pursuit comes amid a summer of serious squad strengthening at Anfield. The Reds have already splashed out more than £200 million, with Milos Kerkez joining the likes of Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong in what is shaping up to be a transformative window. Guehi had also been tracked by Arsenal, while Palace rejected interest from Newcastle last summer. But the 23-year-old appears to have chosen Liverpool as his next destination. Arne Slot sees him as another foundational piece as he reshapes the side. And Guehi's blend of Premier League experience, leadership, and age profile makes him an ideal candidate. There are some lingering concerns, such as his aerial ability, but his all-around game, coupled with his international credentials and winning mentality, outweighs those doubts. Quansah departs but with a return clause. Meanwhile, Quansah is expected to complete his $35 million move to Bayer Leverkusen shortly. With his medical scheduled for Monday, the 21-year-old has been touted as a major talent and was a key figure in England's UEFA U21 Championship triumph. Liverpool have protected the Frimpong Wirtz and Guehi. Liverpool's summer revamp continues losing. Trent Alexander-Arnold was a tough blow for Liverpool fans. However, excitement is building that Jeremy Frimpong could soon make that disappointment a distant memory. The Dutch international is expected to bring pace, energy, and flair to the right-back role when he makes his debut in a Liverpool shirt. On the opposite flank, Milos Kerkez has joined from Bournemouth, drawing early comparisons to a young Andy Robertson. The Hungarian left-back is expected to bring tenacity and attacking intent down the left side. But perhaps the most eye-catching arrival so far is Florian Wirtz. Liverpool shattered the Premier League transfer record by shelling out £116 million for the Bayer Leverkusen playmaker, who is widely seen as one of the most gifted attacking midfielders in world football. Liverpool not done yet, another defender close. While many fans might say signing Alexander Isak would be the perfect way to cap off this window, that dream might remain out of reach. With Darwin Núñez likely on his way to Napoli, Liverpool are expected to reinvest. But Newcastle's £200 million valuation of Isak has made any deal extremely difficult for even the richest clubs in Europe. With a striker still on the agenda, the Reds are also turning their attention to bolstering the backline. Real Madrid's interest in Ibrahima Konate has cast some doubt over the Frenchman's future, prompting Liverpool to take proactive steps. That includes a serious push to sign Crystal Palace captain Marc Guehi. Reports last week suggested that personal terms were close to being finalized, and according to the Mirror, a full agreement may be imminent. They claim Liverpool are now in pole position, and that crucial talks involving all parties will take place within the next 24 hours. Palace are thought to be holding out for around £70 million, but with just a year remaining on Guehi's contract, and Chelsea set to receive 20% of any fee due to a sell-on clause. A compromise in the region of £40 million may be enough to get the deal over the line. Guehi could be another instant success signing Premier League. Proven talent has proven a smart and effective strategy for top clubs. These players already understand the demands of English football and often settle in far more quickly than their overseas counterparts. It's a formula that worked wonders for Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, where stars like Rio Ferdinand and Wayne Rooney were recruited from domestic rivals and went on to become club legends. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has followed a similar path in recent seasons. His acquisitions of Declan Rice from West Ham and David Raya from Brentford, last season's Golden Glove winner, helped propel Arsenal to the top tier of English football. Both players adapted swiftly and had an immediate impact. Liverpool, too, have reaped the benefits of shopping